Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittney Bundles, and today's video is going to go over what after you create your website. Before we get into this video, be sure to give me a big thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed, and let's get right into the video. Okay guys, so a lot of you may already have websites created. You may even have clicked the link below in my description to sign up for your Shopify trial. And especially if you're doing a trial, if you get 14 days free, it means that you need to keep moving because you want to make sure that you're able to launch your website. You want to make sure that your business is, moving forward and that you're slowly progressing or fastly progressing, whatever your pace is. But you always want to make sure that you're moving forward. You don't want to just stay stagnant. So my first tip is determine when your launch date is. So right when you create your website, whether it's a trial or not, you already need to know, okay, this is when I'm planning on launching the date. I would do that just because it gives me, it makes me more accountable so that I have to keep working because I have to meet this deadline. Giving yourself deadlines and, making projections and making yourself really a on-pace target or a goal is really, useful in my experience. So I would go ahead and determine your launch date and start promoting. So what that would look like is, say I just created a website today. I would give myself maybe 5-10 days to go ahead and launch the website. And that's just me. You guys can choose whatever you prefer. But say I give myself 5 or 10 days, I'm going to start marketing on Facebook. I'm going to start advertising on Instagram. I'm going to advertise via word of mouth. And again, guys, just a side note, I am looking down because I am looking at my notes. I want to make sure that I don't forget anything. But yeah, I would start advertising and marketing, and I would start, getting people aware of my company and what I'm going to launch. I know for Shopify, if you click the link below and you sign up for your free trial, you can start collecting email addresses, meaning if someone goes to your website before it's actually purchased or before you actually launch, you'll be able to collect as many email addresses so that when you do launch or when you are offering a sale or anything like that, you can send out notifications to the people that already have subscribed to your mailing list. So getting people interested in what you are going to be offering, getting people, eager to see what is going to drop on this date is a really good tool to use to draw people into your company and to, have more potential customers in your pipeline. So again, the first step, I would determine my launch date and I would start promoting and advertising. It keeps you accountable and it brings awareness to your company. Also, number 2, I would select the theme. So when you go into your website, you want to make sure that your theme is very clean, but it still is attractive enough to get people's attention. You don't want it too flat and too just basic, but you also don't want too many things going on. So you kind of have to find that balance between what you want your brand to look like, how do you want your website to represent you and the things that you are going to be offering. So finding a right theme is very imperative as well, because you want to make sure that your theme flows with everything. You want to make sure that your color scheme matches what you are going to be offering. So if your business cards are purple and black, then you want to make sure that you incorporate some kind of purple and black into your website. Your whole website doesn't have to be purple and black, of course, but just have something in there that kind of ties everything together. You also want to make sure, like I mentioned, that it's professional looking and very inviting. And you also want to make sure that like I said before, it's not too boring so that people are interested and, that they actually want to come back and spend time browsing on your website. Your website is going to be expansion of your brand. It's going to be like the home, of your company. So when people are shopping for your products, they're going to be landing on your website, and your website, the way it looks, the way it's set up, should tell a story about what you're offering and should kind of show them why they should shop with you versus going to another store. Also, another thing that you can get started doing is writing your about page. So writing your about page, for me, if I have free time anywhere, you may see me on my phone just jotting down little notes or jotting down what I want to add to my website. If you are in school, in class, in your free time, lunch, you can just, jot down ideas that you have for your website, for your about page. If you're at work, you can kind of do the same thing on your break in between lunches and things like that. But just make sure that you're writing a detailed enough kind of paragraph or page about what you want your customers to know about either you specifically or your brand. So if you're selling hair, you want to make sure that you explain a little bit of information about the hair. You're going to want to explain a little bit of information about your shipping time frames, your refund policies if you have any, the payment methods that you accept and things like that. So make sure that you get your about page together. Another tip that I have is decide on which apps you're going to use on your website. So if you're using another e-commerce platform like Wix, GoDaddy, BitCartel, I'm not really sure if they offer apps that you can add onto your store. I actually do use GoDaddy occasionally, but I've never seen any apps that I can add onto my store. And what I mean by apps is if you go to my website now, which is badchickhair.com, you'll see falling hearts. You may hear music playing in the background of my website, and this is just for Valentine's Day. Be sure to check out my sale. It is love19 for the discount code. But like I was saying, I have different apps. I have different pop-ups, PayPal options pop up. I have different sign up for my mailing list that pop up and things like that. And so those are apps that I add to the website. So I really recommend Shopify, not just because I like how the name sounds, but because Shopify really gives you a lot of other options to grow your business. And it in my experience, you know, dealing with GoDaddy and Shopify and seeing other websites on different platforms, Shopify has, in my opinion, been proven to be a really, really good, reliable e-commerce site to use. And it just gives you more flexibility to customize your website how you want your website to be. Sometimes you can go on websites and you can see different timers. So if someone's offering a sale, you may see on the top of their website or at the bottom of their website where they have the timer going to show you how long the sale is going to be lasting, or you know how soon the sale is going to end. You also may see different like order trackers. I don't know if you've gone to a website and when you go to the website you can kind of see such and such in Alabama just purchased this, or such and such in Tennessee just purchased this. Kind of shows you who's all on the website and what they're purchasing. Or maybe you've gone to a website and you see a counter. So every time someone goes to the website, you can kind of see the numbers going up. So it may say, you know, 3,060 people have visited this website today. Different things like that are apps that you can add to your store. And being with Shopify, it gives you the option to add different apps to your store. So you want to kind of figure out which apps you're going to go with, and you want to look at the pricing. A lot of times the apps are going to cost money. So it's going to be in addition to the monthly fee that you're paying. So if you have the basic Shopify plan, and it's going to be the $29 plus any additional apps that you decide to add on. I'm going to make a separate video about the additional fees that can go along with your online store if you decide to get other features that are offered. I also recommend that you check out a video that I made a few days ago in regards to the different Shopify plans so that you at least know where to start as far as which plan you should choose. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. Make sure that you decide what apps you're going to use before your launch date. Also, you want to finalize your pricing. So pricing is something that, you know, some people struggle with. You want to make sure that your pricing is already down pat and that you have a price list of what you're going to offer your products for. And you want to make sure that you kind of get those in the website and make sure that everything is looking how you want them to look. And then you want to make sure that you're adding in your products too. So if you're selling hair, you want to make sure that you get some stock photos, whether that be you purchase stock photos from me through my website, badchickhair.com, whether that mean that you purchase a few of, 12-inch bundles to take stock photos by yourself and add them to your website. Whether that be you have some pictures from when you launched before and you want to add them to your website, whatever, it may be, you definitely are going to want to find some stock photos to add to your website. And you're going to want to make sure that your pricing is down pat. Another thing is proofread. So right before you're ready to launch, I would say a few days before you're launching, you want to make sure that you go through your website and just make sure that everything looks right. Everything is intact. You don't have any grammatical errors. Everything just flows right and everything looks nice. Now, keep in mind, it's kind of like when we see ourselves. You may not see yourself how the world sees you. You may not see your kids how the world sees your kids. I don't know. I'm a mom of 3. And so no one can tell me that my boys are nothing but angels, because it's like, these are my babies. What could they possibly have done wrong, And it's kind of like that with your website. So you may read through your website and say, this website looks fantastic. Pat on my back. I did everything right. But you may not catch something that you did wrong because it's your baby and you're not really, you're used to seeing it every day. And it may just be easy for you to miss some of the grammatical or just some of the errors in general that may be on your website. So make sure that you contact some of your friends, some of your family members, just have them kind of reread the website, look at it, get their opinion. You don't have to take everything that they say to heart and make the changes that everyone says do. You can just get their input and then go back to the drawing board and make sure that it aligns and make sure that everything looks good. So that's my last tip. I hope this really helped you guys. I ultimately want to tell you guys that I see a lot of people sign up for the Shopify trial, but then their store just goes vacant. Like nothing happens. It just sits there. And when you sign up for a trial or when you sign up for a website, this is your chance to get moving. This is your chance to go. Once you've got a vendor, once you've got a website name, and once you actually go there and type, your website in, you need to be moving. We're already, we jumped forward. We already got started with our business. We need to keep up the momentum. So I hope this video helped. If you guys have any questions, like always, feel free to leave them down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.